You don't really know how well a game holds up until you pull it out of the box and play it again for the first time in a while. Holy fuck. This game is awesome. I'm not just talking the music in this level, because I think the music in this level is like notoriously legendary. But just in general, the platforming, the art direction, the brightness of the colors, everything about Donkey Kong Country just kind of oozes style and good feelings. I went back to the beginning of the level for some reason. Near the part where I lost DK himself, now it's just Diddy. Everything about this game oozes style. And it makes me wonder why I don't come back and play more Nintendo platformers like this from the Super Nintendo era. Because a lot of these games hold up really fucking strong. Like, there's a reason why these games were re-released 170 fucking times on every single console. It's because people want them. People want them because they fucking rock. Like, I've been complaining about modern video games, probably not anywhere near as much as other people, but some, for a long time now, and you get shit like this that you can just replay again. I mean, I know you can't subsist off of that, like, literally forever, but you can get quite away with it, You can, oh, well, I lost my little... I lost my chance at bringing DK back in case I lose a life up here or something. But, you can go quite a ways with just playing the old stuff. Hell, I mean, not even the classics that you have played before, not just them, but like the classics you haven't played before. Just think of how massive the libraries for the Genesis and the Super Nintendo and the PlayStation and the PlayStation 2. I'm just naming consoles that I really like here, to be honest. And the Sega Saturn. Oh my god, the Sega Saturn. Don't get me started on that one. We'll be here all day. Oh, there we go. There's so many games to play that it seems kind of irrelevant to care about modern video games or, so-called new games, when it's like a new game is just something you haven't experienced before. You know what I'm saying? Like, a new game is just something in need of playing that hasn't been played yet. And there's a whole lot of that going on. This isn't new because I played it before, but there's plenty of things out there. There are PS2 games from the year 2000 that I haven't played before. Gun Griffin is a good example of that kind of interesting mech game, action mech game, as opposed to the simulation mech games, which don't make any fucking sense. I was playing Armored Core 2 a couple months ago, around the time that Armored Core 6 had come out, because I couldn't be arsed to, like, fork over the money for the new game. And, wait, why did I go back to Kong Jungle? I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I went back to the first level for some reason? Okay. What the fuck was I saying? I couldn't be arsed to fork over the money for the new game, so you play the old game. And, it was confusing at times because of how deep the simulation goes. It's Armored Core, what do you expect? But extremely fun. Holds up decently well. There are plenty of cases like that. If there's a series that you like, there's probably a game in the series that you haven't played. No, this looks like a different level. This doesn't look like the first level. Yeah, because the rhinoceros is here. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, there's probably a game in the series that you haven't played. You know what I'm saying? Like, the idea that all of video games is just dad. It seems extremely silly to me. No, that was the first level. Am I bugging? Okay. There we go. We want this one. Okay, buddy. Yeah, my memory is trash these days, I swear. Like, actually, like, human garbage should be taken out back and shot, type deal I got going on here. I just, like, don't remember things anymore. I don't know what happened to me. I have some theories as to what, but they're all sort of depressing to engage with. Because I'm basically convinced at this point that I have brain damage. A lot of my friends and my wife say, no, you get into a thing every couple of months where you think you have brain damage, you don't actually. Like, they always say this shit to me, and I'm like, okay, fair point, like, I see what you're saying, whatever. And then, like, that's basically that. Oh, I fucked that up. Easiest moment ever right there. You just had to wait, like, one more second. But, okay. Well, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, I guess. Oh, that was lucky. Why am I just blowing ass at this game all of a sudden? Anyhow. So she'll always tell me, oh, Osaka, you have this every couple of months. It's not actually a big deal. You just think that you're getting retarded all of a sudden. Supposedly this is a thing with me. But it doesn't cease to not feel like my so-called delusions are real. Like, it feels like everything I'm thinking is really true. And it feels like it because I seem to have this nostalgia for a time when I was just producing content constantly. I was posting these huge, like, essay, like, messages on Discord about these deep philosophical topics. I was thinking really intently about a lot of different things. And it seems like these days, I kind of just exist. Like, I still think about a lot of different subjects, but it just seems like I just kind of exist. I'm not examining life to anywhere near the same degree these days. And some people would say that that's a good thing. You know, the phrase is, the examined life is not worth living. I don't know who said that, but they seem like they were a pretty wise cat, whoever they happen to be. The thing is, though, I've never felt like thinking about life or considering it is like, no, I did it again. I made the same mistake as I did last time. I've never felt like that's actually, like, hindering my ability to feel good, you know? I just let myself die there because I was trying to set up the tripod. So incredibly sad, right guys? Right guys? That must have been a really uncomfortable sound that I just let out. Can I get closer, please? Oh, look, I'm closer now. Now you can... Look, now my feet are in frame. All of you guys, you're screenshotting. You're screenshotting so you can jack off after this video. But yeah, I've had this problem like pretty consistently where I feel like I'm just becoming retarded, and the thing is, I don't know how real it is, because there was a time when it seemed like I was really on top of things. But was I really on top of things, or did I just happen to have more hubris at the time, less self-awareness about my own faults? I don't really know. But the thing is, at that time, I was still very critical of myself. Maybe I was about to say maybe I just had higher standards for content, because what I'm basing all of this off of is like old videos of mine that I can watch and then kind of vaguely remember what it was like to think at the time. Like, I just start remembering like thoughts I was having and what it sort of felt like to be in that headspace. But the thing is, our memory lies to us. Like, we don't remember things in a wholly accurate way. Oftentimes, the way that we remember things is based on, I actually did it. Nice, nice. Nice, okay. And then I can get DK back. Boom, hooray. Yeah, oftentimes our memory, like if we fondly remember a specific day, for example, or a specific event, it will often be based on the ending of that specific memory. So I saw a BBC video about this, that they basically described how when we remember something, like, it's more prominent in our mind because of the way that it ended and I believe began. Where, like, if we have a bad memory of something, it might just be because the way that the memory ended in our mind was really negative. But most of the event might actually have been positive. And so there are these different ways that our memory lies to us. And this is obviously not great for being able to see things accurately, as you can imagine. And so I may just exist in perpetuity thinking that I'm retarded with no real evidence for that, and intimately aware of the various cognitive biases that may lead one to think such a thing even if it isn't true. Which, I don't know, it's kind of a hit or miss as to whether or not that awareness makes me feel any better. I feel like it almost makes me feel worse, because it makes me feel even more unsure about things. It's like, even if I knew for certain that I had suddenly become retarded or something like that, wouldn't it feel a little better in the sense that I would be sure about something, that I could know something? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really difficult to ascertain what's going on and how things are, you know, how the reality of the situation is. Well, that wasn't the brightest. Oh, maybe I can do it? I think this is the one that I died on last time. Let's just time it. Just take a look at how this bee works. Blah! I died. I hate these barrels. The barrels suck. Give me something different. But yeah, it's kind of weird how that works out, you know? I end up just not being entirely sure. The one thing I am sure of is that my memory has gotten worse, which isn't fun, because I'll make these vlogs. Like, I made a vlog just today called, like, Why I've Always Been a Leftist. And I was watching back the video, and I was like, I could have mentioned this, I could have mentioned that. there were a number of things that I thought would have made the video better to have mentioned that I have already forgot. Like, I don't even remember anymore what I had wanted to include in the video after having watched it. Whereas, if I watch my videos from in the past, I seem extraordinarily with it. Like, I'll speak off the cuff, almost as if I'm making, like, a scripted video. There are videos that people commented on where they were like, oh, nice script, dude, like, you did a really good job. And I'll look at my own reply and I'll be like, no, this is unscripted. And I don't know if I'd be able to wow someone like that at this point in time. Like, it feels like I'm at least rusty, because I used to make videos literally constantly, and now I don't. I used to just turn the camera on and I wouldn't use a lot of the footage until much later, when I had a come to Jesus moment and thought, oh, actually this would work well for something. I just needed the right project to add it to. Like, I would record all the time. I just wouldn't necessarily upload every single day. Sometimes I would upload every single day and still scrap a lot of the recordings until, later, when they were to be used for something else. Wait, I got past it? Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta, razor focus on this. Yes! Yo! Let's go! Awesome. That's so fucking cool. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I didn't get the G. I didn't get the next letter to his name, but, who cares? Hi, I'm Candy Kong, and this is my save point. Oh, thank the Lord. We gonna save now. Hooray! We're going to that dinosaur freak's lair now. Let's see here. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. This isn't, I understand that this isn't the best camera angle, but you're just gonna have to suck it up. Can I actually make this any better? Okay. Here we go. We got it. We out of tires. No, we got it here. Okay. We out of tires, buddy. Oh no, not this cheese muncher fuck. Okay. He jumps so much. He keeps jumping. Okay. He's got taken down. That's the Nintendo banana I just won. Oh, can you believe it? Do you see me? Do you know that? Do you move fast? Do you fuck ass? Yeah. Anyway, that's where my memory has gotten to now. I can't even remember what I wanted to remember when I was watching the video. And oh no. Ack. How could this happen to me? How could this happen to me? I feel like my YouTube channel really does get progressively more lo-fi over time, doesn't it? Even though I'm recording in 1080p 60 FPS, it's like, oh, who else is producing this style of video where it's like a rambling let's play, but it's not even meant to be a let's play, it's just meant to be a vlog, but I happen to be playing a game to help with my attention and focus. That's why I do this a lot of the time. It's both to give me things to talk about, in the sense that I can comment on the game. It's an icebreaker of sorts in that sense. But also, it's to help me pay attention to the point that I'm trying to make in the first place. Because if I'm just like sitting there twiddling my thumbs and trying to focus on the vlog that I'm making, it will have this kind of incidental or excuse me, coincidental effect of making me less focused. I kind of need that extra stimulation from playing the game at the same time. What the fuck? Okay. Okay, this is a cheap jump. That actually wasn't a cheap jump. It was totally fair. But I'm gonna say that it was cheap because I am a loser zoomer. That's the shit that I complain about with modern day gamers constantly now, is how they think that every video game that happens to be difficult is unfair because they don't understand what difficulty is. But that is a topic that's so good, I'm going to have to save it for a different day, because I don't want to spend literally an hour talking about how stupid the youth of today is. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what's going on these days. It's basically summer now, and because it's summer now, I do feel my brain working a little bit better than it was in wintertime. And oh my god, when you have sunglasses on, when the sun is actually out, it does this weird thing where the glass that's in the glasses is actually like see-through. I really don't like that. When I wear glasses, it's because I want to cover my eyes. Anyhow. Yeah, now that it's March, which is basically summertime weather, the other day it was like 72 Fahrenheit, which is, I think, 22 Celsius. Very hot for my standards. That's extremely hot for my standards. I can't handle it very easily when I go outside, but I will say that the added sunlight and change in the clock does seem to kind of speed up my thinking. I go from the Sega Master System's slow processing, it wasn't called that, but roll with me, to the Sega Genesis's blast processing. I develop a blast processing once March comes around, because March comes in like a lion. And in the prior months, I don't seem to be nearly as productive unless we're just coming off of the high of New Year's and I'm like, I gotta do something. It's a new year. I've gotta follow a goal. That's a new me. There's been a number of years where I've done that and then like just released one after another a bunch of good content. But then by the time it gets to be like January 14th or 15th, I always run into this roadblock where I start to feel like shit, and then I end up not completing the goal that I had, the goal that I started with. So incredibly sad. Yeah. But March, when I've done the video everyday thing for March, I've actually seemed to succeed at it, because there's something about March, the hot weather in March, that makes me, I don't know, think more quickly, more on my feet. I guess it's just human nature, really. But then I also hate summer. So spring is kind of where it's at. I like spring because even though it is too hot, it's like a little bit more moderate. And then summer comes around and it's just completely unbearable. Like, I'm ready to kill over. Basically, load up your gun and shoot me. Not actually, that was a joke, but you get the idea. What a strange world.